Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Cooking Way Through Life with me, Chef Drake. And today's tip and trick that I'm going to talk about is actually something that I get the question about all the time. Like sometimes we just say that as chefs, but I don't think this is one of those times. I really think all chefs get this question so much. And it is the difference between farm raised and wild caught salmon. What's the difference? Which one should I buy? One is good, one is bad. And I just want to give you some tips on both so you can understand that it's your choice, as always, just to buy whichever one you want. But hopefully, with the tips that I'll talk about today, you'll make better choices on which one you do want to buy. So, first off, both of the ones I cooked today, because I cooked some wild caught from Alaska, and then I also cooked some farm raised from Norway. Both of these came from ButcherBox. So if you know, I am an affiliate with ButcherBox, so you can order these amazing fillets from ButcherBox. So they have the sockeye salmon, which is wild caught from Alaska, and they have this Atlantic salmon, which is actually farm raised from Norway. So either or, whichever one you want. Well, first off, I want to talk about the fact that you can easily see here that my wild caught, my wild caught is a little thinner, especially the sockeye versus my Alaskan farm raised. So or my Norway farm raised. Yeah. So I want to talk about first, thinner for the wild caught, thicker for the farm raised. First, what happens is texture and taste. So I always explain it in the sense that if you cook chicken, you know that your chicken breast will dry out a little faster than your chicken thighs. That's because you have more fat content. You always have more fat in your wild, and you always have more fat in your farm raised than your wild caught. And that's because of the fact that your farm raised is always going to be in the same location. So they never really move anywhere, right? Your wild caught is going to be swimming. They swim upstream. They start in fresh water, go to salt water, and then go back to fresh water, working off a lot of that fat. So they're always going to be a little thinner. When you're cooking this, you always think about, well, how am I cooking this? What is the recipe I'm making? And what is the end result? If I'm cooking both of these, so I oven roasted both of these, for instance, I pull my farm raised a little bit after I pull my wild caught, because the farm raised cooks, it can go a little bit longer. It has more of that fat in there, so it can actually cook a little longer. Chicken thighs versus chicken breasts. That's one thing to always remember. Second, color does not matter as much as you think it does. If you go to Alaska, there's 5 different species of wild Alaskan salmon. Each of the salmon look a little different depending on the time of the year. That same salmon, so sockeye might be a little darker or a little lighter in hue. The salmon color comes from what they eat. Nothing else to do with flavor, anything else. Now, in terms of flavor, there's no right or wrong salmon for you to have. It's whichever one you like. I talk about that because even though some people might say, I really like the flavor of the Atlantic salmon, which is farm raised, is that bad? Because I didn't like the flavor of the wild caught salmon, and that should be the better one. That's not true. Your flavor profile is your flavor profile. If you like ribeye versus tenderloin, no one crucifies you because that's your flavor. In terms of even just the wild caught itself, the 5 different species I'm talking about in Alaska, they all taste different. So it's always whichever one that you enjoy the most. Last but not least, talk about the sense that both of these salmon are good to eat, good to use, but ultimately, you're never making the wrong choice. Figure out what works for you. The great thing about it is sustainability as well. We do like to have farm raised as well as wild caught because of the fact we do not want to overfish our seas. And the great thing about places like ButcherBox is because they're working with companies that really make sure that they are doing a good job at sustainability and the farming. So I hope that helps. Either way, go out there and make your salmon. I'm going to enjoy both of these, and see you next time.
Thank you for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe even learned something. You know what to do next. Please hit those like, share, and subscribe buttons below and have a great day.